We envisage this pack being used on mountaineering expeditions. When you're humping a huge load into the first base camp, you'll need the support of this heavy hip belt. But once you start climbing and using a climbing harness, you can take this hip belt off and replace it with a web belt instead, allowing you access to the gear on your climbing harness. On the Appalachian pack, we have this bungee elasticated cord stowage system on the front. It's easy to access, and you can store anything from a wet garment to a wet fly sheet securely in this system. Back in the 1980s, when we first developed women's only packs, we were looking for a designation. And we decided on Nanda Devi, a beautiful Himalayan peak and a Hindu goddess. And it seemed right at the time. However, over the ensuing years, the ND has begun to stand for narrow dimensions. The fit of the women's packs varies from the men's in a number of different ways. The first thing is that the torso length will go down to a shorter setting, accommodating smaller back sizes in women. The harness is narrower, and the takeoff point slightly different than men's, because women's necks tend to be thinner. The hip belt is shorter and narrower, and the lumbar pad also shorter and narrower. When we started designing our women's packs, we realized that it wasn't just the fit that we had to change from the men's. We came across some interesting research done by the military. And what they did, they created a pack with a number of tubes in the side, and they put the weight in different positions and then got their men and women to carry those packs and found a preference. The men preferred the loads to be in the top tubes, but the women preferred them in the lower section. And so we've designed our packs so that you can load them more in the base of the pack than in the top. When we started to design these bags, we did a survey of over 1,000 women and users, and we found some interesting facts from them. One was that they preferred to organize their loads more than guys did. This was reinforced when we went to retailers and found that women tend to buy lots of small dry bags to put their gear in, and guys tend to buy one big one. Using this feedback, on some styles we added a lot of extra pockets. Pockets on the front, pockets on the lower side, and the upper side. The ND series of TFX bags features a small hip belt pocket so you can access small items as you're walking along.